Hi, it's Agnes, and this is Neville Nugget number 25. And it's from my favorite book, The Law and the Promise. So, it goes like this. It is impossible to pass from thinking of it to thinking from, but the crucial matter is thinking from, i.e., experiencing the state, for that experience means unification. Whereas in thinking of, there is always subject and object, the thinking individual and the thing thought of. Self-abandonment, that is the secret. We have to abandon ourselves to the state in our love for the state, and in so doing, live the life of the state and no more the present state. Yeah, so on that note, little story. When I was in my last employment, I was working for this wonderful man, and he offered me this position where I was doing half sales, and then I was doing all the displays in the homeware stores across Sydney. And he had this really huge store, and I really, really wanted to stop doing the sales, and I wanted to just do like the display work. And I kept feeling, thinking, seeing myself doing this, and that I was no longer having to do any kind of sales, and how much I loved it, and how wonderful it was to be in this environment. And I met this man who was doing that full time, and then I knew this other woman that was doing it full time, and I remember thinking, oh, I'm going to do that. I want to do that too. And I abandoned myself to the state. I thought about it all the time. It was like this rush of freedom thinking of doing that. And, I would often go and do friends' houses and just do, what I could towards it. And I started to really think from it as much as I could, even though I just felt like didn't quite know exactly what that was like. I just did it to the best of my ability. And then a colleague of mine, a guy that I had known for some time, he had been in hospital. So I rang him to see how he was. And in the whole process of that conversation, he asked me what I was doing, and I said, well, look, I'm working at the moment for this guy still that you referred me to 3 years ago, and I really would like to move out into doing just the merchandising, the visual merchandising, that's what it's called. And his words were, come and see me tomorrow. And from that, I went to see him. We worked out how many days I would need to actually jump across. And from that day, I have worked 3 to 4 days for him through the client that we both share. And it's been a fantastic experience for the last 2.5 years. So, yeah, living from it was a great thing. Just really feeling I was there and doing it as much as I could in my imagination. And I would write down every day for half an hour everything I was grateful for to really try and change my vibe. So that's tonight's story from The Law and the Promise from our beautiful Neville Goddard, and how much he has taught us through using our imagination. So lots of love, and I hope it helps you to manifest your next thing. Ciao.